Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining me today. I'm sorry we can't be doing this live, but I'm recording it now just so that I'll be able to hopefully send this out either later today after the internet's been switched back on. So welcome to Grounding with the Rose. And this was inspired by a conversation I'd had recently with a dear friend, and we were discussing how the normal grounding techniques that we have don't seem to be working anymore, or they're amplifying these really huge energy shifts that we're all going through at the moment. So I just wanted to talk about the rose, because the rose really is the most beautiful grounding tool and technique that we can use, because it engages scent, it engages visuals, and indeed, of course, it's connected to nature. So there are many different grounding techniques that, we've probably all tried in the past that worked. And some of the ones that don't seem to work to ground us anymore, to ground us in to our full kind of bodily, grounded, feeling centered energy. So what happens is things like taking, the baths that we used to have with salts and flowers and oils tend to amplify the energies now. So things that do work now are breath work, coming into the heart, dropping into the pearl of the heart, which we'll do in a moment. So really focusing on the breath and really becoming very present within the breath. Um, Not immersing in water, but running our hands through living water is really, really good. Living water is in the rivers, in the streams, in the lakes. So living water is good, not the water out of our taps in the bath. So it needs to be alive, because we're ascending right now with Mother Earth, and nature really is our best friend. So going for a walk in nature is really, really good. Getting into the trees, getting barefoot on the land is allowing us to bring our vibration, if you like, and our oscillation up into Gaia's new frequencies. So we're anchoring our energies with hers, and then she's helping us during this ascension process. Taking some deep breaths, mindful breathing is wonderful. Even, single nostril breathing, I'm sure you all know how to do that, where you breathe in through one nostril and then breathe out through the other. And then you take it in turns and swap. So that's really something beautiful. And then again, going to the scent of this beautiful tea rose that I have growing on my property is so beautiful because of the spiral energy here. We see this beautiful spiral within the center of the rose. And if you just want to take a rose and meditate on the spiral in the center and allow your energy to ground into that. Now, I know there's a lot of products out there, like grounding sheets and grounding mats and things like that. So I have personally found them very, very good. I have one in my bed, and it really, really helps me get a good night's sleep. So there's lots of things that we can really follow, indeed, with our five senses. So touch, taste, feel, sight, and listening or sound. Listening to 432 hertz music is a wonderful way to ground into these energies right now. And even just feeling your feet on the ground and allowing you to do just some stretching, breathing, and listening to any kind of music tuned to 432 hertz is really, really beautiful as well. And then mindfulness, focusing on the mind, focusing on our surroundings, focusing on a specific object. Going into guided imagery meditations is very powerful, like a guided imagery meditation of going through the forest if you can't get to one. And, really engaging our senses, because this is something that we tend to forget when we're going through these massive energy shifts, is to ground into our bodies and to also anchor into our heart space. So I'm going to use this rose visual here for you, and you can see that this beautiful symmetry of the pink rose. So if you just imagine that you're taking a snapshot of this rose, and we're going to do a beautiful heart-led meditation for right now. So if you want to put your hands on your heart and take some deep breaths, we're going to go to one of the cosmic rose temples where we're going to learn how to ground the rose into our heart space. So drop your awareness from your head down into your heart space and allow yourself to visualize a beautiful rose opening in the center of your heart, and a beautiful pink rose. And take a step into the rose and feel all the flames of divine love engulfing you and holding you and soothing you. And then in front of you is a beautiful golden pearl. We're going to step inside the pearl. And we're just going to ask in this beautiful space, which is our God seed, the seed of our soul, the ancient gateway into the quantum universe. We're going to ask for this pink rose to come and anchor into the pearl. And it's almost as this rose is opening in the center of your heart, you're coming in and you're curling up almost like a baby inside the rose. And the rose smells divine. Imagine it is the Rosa Mystica, which is the most beautiful scent in the heavens, because it is of the cosmic rose that has all the rose scents in this universe contained within it. So just take a moment now to really nestle into this rose like it is a beautiful, soft pillow, and allow yourself to ground fully your bodies, your light bodies, your physical body. Imagine that you're just curling up in the center of this rose and feeling safe and protected. And so when the energies feel overwhelming, when we feel that we, are just being buffeted around, which we are right now, a bit like a ship in a storm, come into this rose and really focus your energy and your mindfulness into this sacred space within inside the sacred heart. And just imagine smelling the rose. So you're engaging your smelling senses, your scent. Imagine running your hand across one of the petals that's supporting you. Imagine looking at the beautiful pink hue and the color of this rose. And listen to what the rose and your skin feels like merging together. And just feel the whole ambience of this rose energy now that is coming to envelop you in grace and love and to protect you, to give you a sense of peace and calm. And allow this rose to calibrate your energy field. So whilst our emotional light body and all the different light bodies are getting buffeted around with these incredible energies going up and down within our field, this rose in the center of your pearl in your heart will help you calibrate the frequencies needed to stay in 0 point, to stay in a place of calm, to stay in a place where you're completely surrounded by love and your frequency is stabilized as you stay in your heart space. So you can just imagine now that you're going to stay here until you need to come out again. You can stay all night, you can stay all week in this place. You can leave your bodily light body functions in this place to calibrate these intense energy ups and downs that we're all experiencing. And just imagine now in this beautiful rose, we've been giving a rose elixir. And just taste what the rose would taste like. It's like you're drinking a beautiful rose wine and sipping this cosmic rose frequency. And again, that is going to allow you to come into a higher frequency, a higher oscillation of love, and to really hold this frequency and maintain your own frequency, almost like you're drinking liquid light. It's bringing great healing and stabilizing technologies to you. and smelling in this beautiful rose fragrance. And when we come out of this meditation, maybe you would like to get some of your favorite rose oil and have that close by, because when we mix these visuals with physical scent, it brings back the memory of us stabilizing in this rose frequency. And you can ask the rose, what do I need to know? What do I need to give my body? What do I need to help me stabilize and to hold the frequency of divine love throughout these tumultuous times that we find ourselves in? And the rose is a vault of wisdom. It is a wisdom keeper in itself. It is a beautiful emanation of the mother on the earth, holding us and allowing us to be who we truly are in this incredible frequency and this spiral geometry frequency. So in the center of your flower now, you're calling in the spiral geometry of the rose to come and meet you. And this spiral is going in through your third eye and in through your throat and into your heart. And it's making this beautiful figure of 8 double loop all around those chakras. So the heart and the throat and the third eye are being connected and stabilized to live from love, to see with the eyes of love, to hear with the ears of love, to become the emanation of the rose of divine love. So you can feel these spiral technologies now working in your heart and your throat and your third eye. It's almost like they're opening up like roses in each of those chakras to bring more consistency and dynamism and stability into your life. And then focus on your breathing. Be mindful of your breath in this space. Breathing in divine love and transmuting any worries, fears, anxieties, or anything destabilizing that out into the rose field within your heart, and allow the rose to transmute whatever it is. Maybe a sigh. And literally we are being surrounded now by this beautiful bed of roses, bringing this incredible technology of the rose into keeping us stabilized and centered. And then it's almost like we're merging with the rose. Now we're becoming the rose energy. We're becoming the rose frequency. And it's almost like the rose has become a divine tool to help us in the ascension process. So really enjoy your time here. Of course, you can spend as long in this space as you'd like. And when you're ready, you can come out through the rose in the center of your heart. Come back into the room whenever you feel you wish. So perhaps you'd like to play some beautiful 432 Hertz music, or go out for a walk in nature, feeling and listening to the wind in the trees, hearing the water, the sacred water, getting barefoot on the earth, or anchoring your spine against a tree and allowing the messages of that beautiful tree to come through into your consciousness and allow it to power you up or charge you down and relax you, whichever. Trees are wonderful for that. And of course, nature is wonderful for that. So I hope you find this little routine helpful. You know, you can go into the rose heart whenever you need to. And thank you all very, very much for joining the emanation. I'm sorry it couldn't be live, but you will get the recording, and I will try and send this before 7 o'clock so that you have it on the time you've allocated to see it. So much love to you all, and I look forward to seeing you in future meditations and emanations. And also I have my Whispers of the Magdalene membership starting in June. So if you go to my Facebook page or my website, magdaleneretreatsfrance.com, you can find out more information. So much love.